3 things you need to know to get your Tuesday, February 25th started. Thousands of jobs coming to town in 2026. Yep, thanks to Apple's new advanced manufacturing facility. It's a $500 million plan to invest in the U.S., and we're getting a big chunk of it here in Houston. 250,000 square foot facility. Construction begins later this year. Well, good news out of the big airport. New upgrades before spring break crowds. Terminal E opened yesterday. Also, 10 TSA lanes and renewed access to the drop-off lane at Terminal E. It should ease the traffic congestion. And the Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off, it begins on Thursday. Trail riders making their way to town. We've got your cook-off entry tickets, a 4-pack at 10:40 this morning. You want to be listening for details. And the rodeo tickets, they're in high demand. So rodeo officials are saying beware of ticket scams. Make sure you protect yourself by buying tickets only at rodeohouston.com or AXS.com. This is sure verification that the tickets are legit. Well, your weather today, starting out with that dense fog advisory. Again, where it's going to go on until 10 this morning. Then it's going to start clearing up. Partly sunny. We'll go up to 71 today. It's 51 now in Uptown. And you're up to date on Sunny 99.1. Tell Me Something Good, brought to us by our friends at Goodwill Houston. Her name, Milena Jones. She is a Klein Oak High School wrestler extraordinaire. And one of the reasons she's so extraordinary, well, I mean, she's phenomenal as a wrestler, but when you look at what she's been through, it makes it even more compelling. She spent 8 years in foster care, bounced between 10 different homes. She worked through all that adversity and finally found stability in an adoptive home owned by Alonde Nichols. Now, Milena says her adoptive family changed her life. She finally felt like she belonged. I mean, Anthony, high school's hard enough as it is.
Really,
school is
though.
hard enough as it is, right?
And dealing with that.
And then to be dealing with that. Anyway, the family helped boost her confidence, and she eventually decided to join the wrestling team. She was a little bit afraid at first. She lacked confidence, but 3 years later, overcoming fear and the struggle, she is nailing it in wrestling. And she says wrestling has helped her. She was able to rely on her resilience to be a superstar wrestler. She's got the medals. She's got the rankings. But most importantly, she says she has a family. Oh, and she's also described as a really good friend.
Aww.
Isn't that great, producer Anthony?
Dane, this is really cool. The party is happening on the island right now. It's Mardi Gras Galveston, and there's an art teacher helping people create the flair for the celebration. Her name is Megan Mayberry. She's actually a full-time art teacher at a high school near Spring, but in her off time, she's designing one-of-a-kind headpieces. She's the owner of Hurricane Headdress and helps create beautiful headwear and accessories that you can wear. She says that the headdress adds a lot of whimsy, and it's a great conversation piece. On the weekend, she also leads workshops across Galveston, teaching others how to create their own wearable art. If you'd like to find her availability to create your own whimsical piece, check her website, hurricaneheaddress.com, and see her beautiful pieces on her Insta page at Hurricane Headdress.
Check that out. That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Speaking of celebratory headdresses, we need to celebrate the Rice University Owls ladies swim team. They claimed their first AA conference championship title since 2014.
Let's
go. It
go.
happened on Saturday. Yep, they beat their Florida rivals. And after years of just missing the mark, gone. Their winning margin, 0.24 seconds. Coach Seth Huston says that they had exactly what they needed to succeed, and they did. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Like a razor-thin margin.
Dang.
And they are now the superstar champions. So congratulations, Rice University Owls ladies swim team. Hey, we always have our Tell Me Something Good stories up for you at sunny99.com. And you can follow us on Facebook, X, TikTok, and Instagram at Sunny99Houston. Sunny 99.1, Houston's best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today, Dana in the morning and producer Anthony talking about being below average with our cell phone usage. Average person uses their phone 4 hours a day. And we're asking you, teachers, parents, how do you deal with it? And do you kind of use the same advice that you give your kids? Get off your
practice what you
phone.
preach?
Exactly. And we've got Eva, a teacher from Northwest Houston. Now, you teach the little ones at First Baptist Church. Do what's it for you with your phone?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We cannot be on our phones when we're supervising children.
Okay,
So we have to wait until lunchtime, run to the bathroom, just things like that. I mean, that's just the way it is. Their supervision is all about the children with no phones.
No phones. All right. Now,
No, ma'am.
what if you are kind of addicted to your phone, or is this being away from your phone really kind of helping you out? Like, do you get anxious to check your phone all day?
I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. But I gotta control myself and say, "Oh, okay, you can't. The camera's watching you."
The
camera's
camera's
Hi, camera.
watching you.
Dang,
you
that's
imagine?
right.
Right? If like at work, if we had a camera in the studio, like over us to see what are we really researching for the show?
See that
or
urge
are we,
hitting in
are
your
we
ha-
buying stuff?
And your hands going for the phone again? Dang.
That is, Eva, what are your thoughts on cell phones? You as a teacher, like how do you think, are they good? Are they bad? What's your opinion?
I think they're they're not good because right now there's so much on social media that's not good for these young ones that their little minds are really gluing themselves to them. I've seen that for firsthand. So it's not, I think it's not good. I really do. I wish sometimes we go back to pagers where it's only emergency calls.
Exactly.
Pagers.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you ever have conversations with parents maybe that the kids are spending too much time on a screen, and less time actually interacting with family?
Yes, I do. Because I do babysit on the side and they're like, no TV bugs, no phone bugs, no iPad bugs, strictly interaction crafts.
I'm telling
Dang,
you,
wow.
they become such a convenient babysitter that we tend, we get tired, right? And good
Yes.
for you for keeping up that discipline to try to stay focused on the kids and true interaction, right?
Yes.
How long have you been a teacher, Eva?
35 years.
Wow.
Dang.
Well, good for
Yes,
you.
I started with my oldest daughter when she was a baby. So I've been, ever since then I went to First Baptist. I've been there for 22 years.
That's
amazing.
Beautiful. Oh, I bet so many
I
kids.
love my job.
When we ask the kids, remember your favorite teacher, I bet so many say Eva. From First Baptist.
Yes. We have a clap out every year. They're going to college and they come through and I'm like, OMG, you remember me? They're like, yeah, you used to give us donut holes. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my
You
God.
gave donut holes? No wonder you're the
Yes, I
best
gave them
teacher.
donut holes when they were 2 years old, 1 year old.
Heck
Eva,
yeah.
You're the best. Oh, I'm so glad you listened. Thank you for sharing a little bit about your life.
Yes,
and
thank
those kids are
y'all.
blessed.
Thank you. You have a blessed day.